what strikes me about this Liverpool team that makes them different is, apart from Alisson, maybe, nobody was added to this team as like a superstar. Everybody, I feel, who came to this team
grew
since coming to the team.
Absolutely.
And that really really sets them apart from everywhere else. Because even Van Dijk, most expensive, but a lot of people had a lot of doubts about Van Dijk. So that struck me. And then I looked at Klopp, and it's obviously that's a credit to Jurgen Klopp. And I haven't thought through this, but I was looking at Jurgen Klopp's great Dortmund teams, and apart from Robert Lewandowski, most of these guys, when they left Dortmund, never quite hit those heights. I mean, you could say Hummels to a point, but no. But if you, when you think about it, whether it's Kagawa, whether it's Blaszczykowski, whether it's
Götze.
Mario Götze, I'm blanking on his name, the midfielder who then went to Liverpool and then went to Real Madrid.
Sahin.
Yes, Nuri Sahin. So is it Klopp? I mean, is it like sort of, in Star Trek where like the Doctor can only exist in the holodeck, and then once Klopp is gone, like, is there something to that? Are these actually?
Well, I think there's definitely elements of that. I mean, it's your first point about them signing players on the up, hungry players wanting to succeed. I think there's definitely an element of that. All the players were people with a point to prove, and they didn't sign the ready-made stars, as you say, which is why they now have a challenge in terms of improving, because Timo Werner, I guess, would fit into that category of a top star player, and he's chosen to go somewhere else because he didn't fancy his chance of getting a game. So Liverpool have that problem now, where people are going to look at that squad thinking, where am I going to play? I think in midfield they've certainly got holes that they could fill in terms of making them better. But is it Klopp? Well, people say the same sort of thing about Man United players and Arsenal players under Ferguson and Wenger. They gave the very best for those clubs, and very few people left United for 20 years and did well elsewhere. And I think at Arsenal, you can't say that Thierry Henry had a better time at Barcelona than he had at Arsenal. I think Arsenal got the best out of him. And I think top managers get the best out of their players and they move them on at the right time. And I think Klopp is in that situation. Liverpool has made very good players, in some cases world-class players. He's tapped into that hunger and desire to succeed. But now I do think it is a critical period, because they have to go to that next step now. We're talking about Liverpool dominating for a period of time. Guardiola can handle star players because Guardiola is the star. Klopp probably is the star at Liverpool, but they have a very kind of unique team spirit at Liverpool, a bond. And if they start dropping in superstars into that squad, it'll be interesting to see how they handle it. And, Jules will have heard this one, but, there is constant talk that Liverpool want Kylian Mbappe. I think it's unlikely, but there is a belief that, they might appeal to Mbappe at the right time, because Liverpool are, a cool brand at the minute, Anfield, Klopp, etc. They've got a big deal with Nike down the line, which could help them afford it. Real Madrid don't seem to have the wherewithal to do it. But, I don't see Mbappe signing for Liverpool anytime soon. But if they are interested and they can do it, then obviously that's a player they'd need to sign. But that would change the dynamic 100% if they had a player like Mbappe to drop into the team, a superstar player that'd be a bigger name than manager, a bigger name than any of the players.
No,
or the Liverpool stay with the current situation of looking for players that they can generate.
Kylian can play anywhere. He can go anywhere. He make any team better. And
look, you're right, Augie. I mean, look, remember when Liverpool. When Kevin Keegan left Liverpool and they brought in Kenny Dalglish, a superstar, he certainly screwed everything up at Liverpool, and then they sucked after that. So I take your point.
You know what I mean?
I'm kidding. It's got to be the right guy. Got to be the right guy.
But the thing about the right guy, just quickly, is what happened to Robert Firmino, because the day Firmino's level start dropping, or he gets a bit, or he will be older. So he's still only 28, but. How do you replace someone who's so instrumental in the way you're playing by being so unselfish and so dedicated to making the others around him better than his own statistics, for example? Those players are not. No. They're not there. They're not there very often. So
you change the way you play in the same way that he didn't play with a Roberto Firmino when he was at Dortmund. I don't think he's a good manager. He's not wedded to that.
Yes,
he doesn't have Firmino. He doesn't have to go and sign. A low rent version of Firmino, off-brand Firmino.
But that's exactly my point. Then that's a hell of a transition to make. Changing the whole way you're playing, because now you've got players who fit perfectly your style of football, and if you change that style, then you would also have to change not just Firmino, but other players around him as well.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.